And here we go. We are back once again. We are back with the remix, right? We're back. And we are fighting. And right now, Shine is down 1. And Shine is fighting for their life right now. Because they got to win 6 games.
I'm not sure if he went Kimberly in that first round, but obviously with the Mai, he was cooking up at the end of that winner's final set. So it's one of those things where it's like, does he start off with that momentum? Does he start off trying to use the Mai to get a feel, considering that he might be playing over the course of 2 sets? He feels like the Mai is the route to go. All right, able to get that opening. Does have the level 2, opting to spend the enhancement with the level 2, but keeping NACL in the corner there. Doesn't get the anti-air, something that we've seen Shine so adept at so far.
Yeah, I was looking for the throw, so they did up dive kick, and then once they realized they wasn't jumping, they really just utilized and steal the opportunity. Now they're in burnout and then try to use a level super worked out. Shine really loves those level 1 reversals.
NACL is knocking on the winner's door, going up 2-0 so far. Shine definitely having to make some adjustments, but that errant special move is not going to be the way that he wants to do it.
Okay, that's a big comp too. Counter hit firm, 40%, just taken away like.
Oh, but the
knocking them down in the corner
fans,
though, not getting a lot of utility off the fans. But they're slowly just ticking away, which is really good. Using a lot of cross medium punch to kind of harass NACL after post fireball with Mai, but it did not work. And match point for NACL.
Really, really thrifty, using the level 1 in order to secure that round. He is on match point here. And just poking, man. I think that one of the things from Shine that we're not seeing is like the God buttons, or making the most of them. The stand medium punch, the roundhouse from Mai. NACL's pressure is such that he's not able to throw these moves out reliably in a way that nets big openings, you know?
Wow, good parry right there. Good trade. That could have been traded into something really, really big. I'm not sure if NACL was confident of what the trade combo would look like, but definitely could have got a lot of mileage off of that. But Shine, just like that, lost in burnout. It's really bad. It's gonna hurt so much. Oh, yep, like that. Oh, just bet it all, unfortunately.
Oh, and that stand, that drive rush roundhouse is going to be the tournament. NACL winning FlyQuest Fight Series number 52 with a dominant 3-0 in the grand final. Forcing the character switch, started off Shine starting off with the Kimberly, and NACL just forcing the Mai out of him. And a dominant performance, 3-0, where the winner's final set was pretty back and forth. NACL just on one tonight.
Yeah, and I want to go ahead and say sorry for all the connection issues, guys, and the trouble issues. Sometimes the internet is out of our control, so I just hope you guys are very patient and understanding. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap that up for the East of the FlyQuest series. And I want to say thank you, Bruno, for also commentating with me as well. I hope you had a great time, and I hope you guys had a great time as well. And be sure to follow the FlyQuest FGC guys as well. And thank you to all the sponsors. And also, don't go anywhere. We're going to be checking out the West with our new commentators. So stick around for a few minutes, and we'll be seeing you guys later. Well, I won't be seeing you guys, but they will be seeing you guys. So have fun.
GDs.
I'm the best of all time, baby. Let's
Okay,
hear
no,
it.
you're so good. How are you so good?
I love you, Jake.
GDs.
I see you going up against a Minna R&D in the clutch. Explain what's going on with that. You guys got a big rivalry or something going on.
It's no real rivalry. My rivalry is with the Dominican community, and I want all of them to know that they're very quiet right now, and now they know who's the best in the world, and they ain't gonna say nothing to me no more. Y'all mans is dead. I slayed him. He's done. I'm the GOAT. I don't want to hear nothing from the Dominican community no more, bro. Y'all come in my chat, y'all better worship me on Twitch. That's all I want to know. I don't hear none of y'all in this arena talking, none of that.
Okay. My goodness. Punk the God. Wow.
For new players, I would probably recommend Braum for how easy it is to just swing and attack. If you like just being like a big, reliable like support or like tank type of player, I think Braum does that for you. I also think that his moves are pretty big, pretty swingy, can hit from pretty far away. So you don't have to worry too much about movement. That's like the big thing with Braum. You know, just get in there and just hit them and just protect your friend.
Let's go.
What we need is combos. We need straight combos. Everything needs to do at least 50% and then land into a mix-up. We need mix-ups too. New players should play Echo because, as I mentioned before, we need a mix, right? And there's almost no better character to mix than Echo. And it's pretty easy too. Everything needs to be a 50-50. You can't have anything less. No 49s or 51s. Then you gotta get them assist calls. Assist calls. After that, nothing else.
For new players, I recommend Ari because you play a game like this because you want to finesse. You want to move. You don't want to just do things without purpose. Anti-air is as simple as it gets. I kept it extremely simple, but I mean, you can go a long way with just those. And this character is so elegant, so smooth, that you just want to dance when you play it. And this is the character I recommend.
Welcome to the FlyQuest podcast, where a current competitor, a veteran, and a new recall the best moments of 2024 in Melee while eating tacos. Enjoy.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the FlyQuest Fight Series. I'm Jake Ryan, joined by St. Cola to cover the top 8 action here of the West Coast. And surprise, surprise, while we have been facing some technical issues, we're only going to be facing the loser side of the bracket here right off the rip, because the winners have already been determined for round 1, and we're going straight into losers to catch you up on the action and to catch up with each other. How you doing, Cole? It feels like it's been damn near 6 to 9 months that I haven't really talked to you. There's like this little person in my life that takes a lot of my time now.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I see them on the Twitter. Very cute, by the way. Hopefully getting into some Street Fighter business. I saw them practicing. But yeah, it's been a while, brother, and I'm glad to be on the ones and twos with you out here on the West Coast. I don't usually get to do the West Coast, but this is where I got a lot of practice with Street Fighter 5. So I always love the West Coast, of the players out here. And speaking of the players out here, we have a good lineup. The menu is looking absolutely stacked. Look what all was out here. Zach Bosman taken down. But as you mentioned, we're going down to the losers. Toe tag him, bag him, and start getting some people on out of here. Blanca versus Honda. Bro, who does Mike X really play? All right,
Mike X plays the roster.
Yeah.
Mike X has, I think, almost every single character at that 2K MR range. So not surprised here to see the Honda. And I like these different flavors of the Honda, honestly. Anti-airs are always on deck. You can see it with the stand heavy punch or even the headbutt. And Mike is in control so far. It's going to be really hard for Ruffian to get anything started, and you might just die here if we're willing to spend the level 1.
Yeah, I might have to do something to get done. Oh,
not needed.
Definitely well done. I do like this pick. I mean, like, if you have a roster of characters that you can select from, this is a good pick against Blanca. It's hard for him to anti-air. The butt slam will take care of back medium kick. On the ground, you've got the headbutts and the stay medium. But Ruffian may be a man of the wild of the jungle, so that might help out.
Exactly. And I mean, like you said, it's super difficult to deal with the headbutt unless your perfect parries are on deck. And I mean, so far, Mike X has shown that same kind of discipline on the perfect parries to Ruffian, and we're not seeing that same level of response back to the Honda, and this is where it becomes really rough. If you get hit by a DI here, you might just explode. I love that. Any gap, we act.
We're out of there. Perfect parry was aware. Stand fierce, follow for the punish counter. Knockdown, stocks up with the heavenly hands. Go for the throw. No, it's a stand medium instead. GG's. Shake my hands.
Dude, he didn't even need the level 3 there either. Level 2 would have been enough to kill. So that's what some people forget about Honda. Honda is a damage dispenser, especially once he gets the sumo install, right? Like, he praises the sun and he becomes the Dark Souls boss. It's messed up.
You hear the music, you see the health bar at the bottom, like, oh, goddamn, not ready for this.
Exactly. Oh, man. Yeah, the smoke wall pops up. Oh, and smoke and mirrors on defense. We were right out of range of that OD up ball. And it's falling apart quickly here for Ruffian. Game 1 went to Mike X in such a demanding fashion. For right now, Ruffian is clapping back. That's a burnout and no bar, which means you got to hold all this.
Oh, yeah. Time to clap some cheeks. Back medium kick. Hella plus right there. Mike, no
We're playing Glutral?
Uh-oh. Headbutt. I like that. That
jumping
fierce,
man.
lurching forward. How many games has he had that he's a bit allowed to kind of obfuscate what he wants to do when he jumps forward? Clip your buttons. What a character.
It's changing that air arc it's so difficult to deal with, and it's also, I mean, a big drop from Ruffian there in the corner, right? The opportunity was afforded to just go for the stun and get a guaranteed combo, but it just didn't work out, and now Ruffian trying to scrape back around. A lot of meter has already been spent on both sides, and Mike got the better of it in the last round.
So Mike is kind of holding his ground, pressing when he needs to. There's a good crouch fierce confirmed. But even before that, I mean, he's been really willing to get these knockdowns, go to heavenly hands to stock up once again, just like that. Back walks outside the distance. It's not your turn to press, or to feel the press, because it's a win right here for Mike X. 2 up so far.
And you can see the heavenly hands constantly coming out. Almost every Oki situation is leading to that. You go into the like the overhead stomp into the heavenly hands in order to always have that to get the optimal damage punish. So I like that from Mike, right? It's going to be really hard to deal with, especially when you're at that life deficit fighting against Honda. And you can see Ruffian is a bit, shaken.
Yeah, I mean, I think any character that can kind of put a wall up against what Blanca wants to do is generally a good character against him so far. But that's on paper. Ruffian's going to have to switch it up. I like the back jump. Still able to catch him on the recovery. We baited out. No, we didn't. Get back.
Oh, dude, the 5 medium punch, so damn strong. Getting caught trying to go for up back ball most likely, but the up ball does finally connect. Blanca-chan is still there.
Keep him away.
You gotta be so careful though, because you might just die to one anti-air. Oh, when's it coming? Where's the air ball? Oh!
He tried to go for the TKOD, did not work out. Frame comes him crouching medium kick. This man think he a Shoto.
That's anti-shimmy right there. Was looking for the throw tech shimmy and just got absolutely blown up for it. I mean, when your opponent neutral jumps in the corner 4 times in a row, maybe you're expecting it another time.
That's true. Back in the corner though. Crouching with a kick this time, blocked out. The headbutt gonna catch a recovery. Bait up the DP for free. Easy bait oven.
Cooked. And that's 7 letters on the display for a set point here for Mike X. It is a 2-0 lead here. I know that it says 1 on the board, but those first 2 games were quite quick.
But again, a knockdown again. Mike X who's willing to get that stock up continuously. Some of these like Honda players like the drive rush, crouching medium kick, get a little bit more aggressive. Lurching forward with that stay medium 10 frame, but the extension it has is insane, and the reward too as well. It's like 95% of that character's basically toolkit.
Yeah, it's incredible. But now locked down by some of the best level 2 pressure in the game. We got to see this come out on top of the delay. Perfect parry on the anti-air is so clutch. Stealing the corner back. Lightning Beast finds a way out, though. No way. The wake-up crouch like that takes it. You gotta be kidding me. What got Ruffian that first round in the first place earlier in this set now is what spells defeat. Mike X with a swift 3-0 over Ruffian MX. The Honda is cooking. Like we said, Mike X has almost every single character above 2K here, so I like that, you know, you pick the right tool for whatever job is, you know, displayed for you. All right, you go on LinkedIn, you go on Indeed. He's like, I gotta beat up a big green jungle man. I'm picking Honda, and we're gonna pick this bracket apart right now too, because you guys didn't get to see the winners, but we're gonna shake it up and tell you exactly what happened. Winner side, Liquido on the Dalsim, able to take a 3-0 over Zakboz, and Zakboz had one hell of a run in the ladder in order to get here, actually stopping Doma from getting into the top 8 with his final match that he played to be 5-0. So seeing him get 3-0'd by Liquid, rough stuff. On the other side, welcome to the space, losing to JB. I'm almost certain that welcome to the space is actually Charlie from the SoCal, so an Ed player right there, losing to the Rashid Master himself from SoCal. And then on the other side of things, we actually just saw Mike X get a victory, but it was a big old donut that he was holding for Chris CCH. And on the other end, I'd say one of the new age prodigies, Enzo the Hokage, is the one who sent Ruffian to losers, who is now, you know, out of the bracket for good.
Typical things that we see up on the winter side, except for Liquido kind of coming through and pulling up. You know, I'm not saying that he doesn't usually do that, but it's cool to see him up with the Sim, Zakboz, and welcome to the space, down and losers. Mike X claiming a Ruffian as our first kill for the day. As we stated before, we had some technical issues. We're able to get up to speed, and we have y'all up to speed too as well on what's going on in the bracket. A lot of diversity out in this top spot. You know, seeing Sim out here in the winter side is kind of crazy. That character can be kind of crazy on some of these matchups, but then he runs into Cammy, then he runs into sometimes Ken as well, and it's not so fun for him. But against Rashid, though, definitely won't be as fun. I think some of the Sim players say it's not the worst matchup for him, but it's definitely up there. I think Cammy is like his worst, maybe like 3rd or 4th. So we'll see all that later on. I'm just thinking about that a little bit later, but right now we'll get something a little bit different.
Absolutely. I mean, just to touch on that Dalsim versus Rashid point, Rashid has some of the best answers to Dalsim's angles in like airspace that he wants to control with Whirlwind Shot, right? Like you got to remember that. Also, as soon as your star's on the field, I don't care where you're floating. I don't care where you are on the right side of the screen. Unless you teleport over here, you are trapped. And then if you do teleport, if Rashid is looking for that, you might just get cooked anyways. So it's like, oh, my unique movement option and airspace that I can control. It'd be a shame if this windy guy took me straight to the Windy City. I do not want to be there. But yeah, that's a match we're going to be able to see later. I mean, Dalsim doesn't want to be in the Windy City against Rashid, man. All right? Just because I love it doesn't mean he loves it there.
Yeah, that's true. You don't like cities. You remember what happened in Street Fighter V where Sim saw Alex, and actually, no, it was the opposite. Alex was like, hey, man, don't come at me, bro. Like, you looking to rob me? Like, that's insane. That was insane work. So never mind.
It's true. Sim, Metro City is not kind to the man.
Yeah, so it makes sense. Maybe that's why he doesn't like big cities. But we'll see who gets that big win to getting that winners finals a bit later on. Chris CCH and Enzo the Hokage, definitely a consistent that we see out here in FlyQuest and other tournaments too as well, online and offline. Enzo recently was talking about how he was like, what matchups does Mai lose? And I think Danny was like, don't you play Mai? And he said he's not playing that character anymore. So maybe we'll see him go back to the Ken. I do believe at TNS he played Ken, if I'm not mistaken. So see people go back and forth to the characters, go back to their mains is really good too as well. Zakboz, I wonder who Zakboz played to get here.
He's playing he was playing Chun-Li. I was watching on Doma's stream, watching a couple of the runs as we were getting up to here. He's back on pad, so he's playing leverless for the longest time, but back on pad, so we'll likely see a full power Zakboz. And you know, just the Dalsim matchup is what sent him here, and that's not a fun matchup for anybody, especially because Dalsim's playing his own game. So hopefully we get to see a different look for Zakboz here. And I mean, similar looks from the chat. Thanks for everybody showing up in the chat once again to enjoy the FlyQuest Fight Series, whether you're enjoying the East Coast or the West Coast. Sherry, shout outs to you. Hope we can get you on a FlyQuest Fight Series here pretty soon. That's a World Warrior if I've ever seen one. Not only herself, but helping everybody else get around the world and chopping it up on the 1s and 2s as well. So incredible stuff. Yummy. I'm not gonna say the rest of that tag. I'm like, wait a minute, that's dangerous. No.
Chat, you gotta say what they saying, you know? You gotta respond to the chat. Also, what's up, Hells? My boy from the CFTC. If you're in the CFTC collegiate style, or even you could be in scholastic style too, as well, of things, you can join these tournaments. Doesn't matter what age you are, it just matters that you want to put hands on mans. Now, let's talk about this matchup coming up here. It's gonna be Ed versus Chun-Li. Things got definitely better for this character in terms of Chun-Li being able to whip punish the normals that stand medium kick and crouching medium kick have a hurt box. Thank God, and there's an impact as we talk about that.
And this is a Seattle versus SoCal matchup here. The thing about this too, oh my God, 2 for 2 on the flickers. Blinking, you might have missed it.
How old is Charlie?
Charlie, I think plus 30. I think,
okay.
But you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. My man Kimchi Slapper, he looks like he's not a day over 25.
The DI's totally different though. I feel you though. I'm there too. I got hit with 4 DIs today. I get it.
Ugh. That's rough. The first guess on Wake Up does not end up paying off for Charlie, and going just for the regular level 2 to burn out as much of that drive gauge as possible. Now Zach Boss in a pretty compromising position, but the crouching heavy punch, it whiffs, and now a big drop from Zach, but it doesn't matter. The level 2 finds its mark. Does the Air Series do enough?
Yes, it does. The DP finisher right there, the 10 show to seal the deal. Honestly, if Charlie would have had a button right after, could have gone into flicker right after, or, you know, at least kept the pressure up at minimum. Unfortunate for Charlie. Gonna have to square away some of these combos a little bit better.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting a little bit too feisty on that sweet win button. The drive impact. Such a great, deterrent for Ed, constantly putting out the flicker. It makes you have to really think about it as the Ed player of how you want to advance, but advancing be damned, I will reversal.
No crouching kick in the drive rush here from Zach Boss to get that corner to carry the drive. Impact will hit again. Yo, come on now.
I'm sorry. 3 for 4. 3 for 4 connecting is OD. I'm not gonna lie, that's fire.
Don't we have like a big record?
Be like, hold that shit. I know everybody in the chat has fought in Ed in ranked. Even though he got this run, I know every player has fought in Ed in ranked and has gotten got by Flicker over and over and over again. So those DIs were for you, chat.
People at home. But Charlie able to run it back using level 2 and level 1 to get it done. The bar expenditure right there. Has to be careful with that kill rush back. I think it's like a call because Xbox maybe has played Charlie a lot. And it's like, I know the buttons and your intentions. You're very active. But now we're seeing more of these mediums, the crouching medium punch coming through. More of the handed normals. Does get the jump into as well. And Ed in the corner, so dangerous as a character, but not the right button choice on landing. Will still find success. Fist to face up in this corner space. One more interaction off the low.
Damn, not a single reversal coming out of Zakbaz. After the one was baited in that second round, it just felt like it was off the menu, off the table. And now we're right back to square one. Another DI, 4 for 5, baby, that's 80%.
Dash up DI of all things. Put a little different sauce on it. Ketchup, mustard, I like it. Crouching me to kick on the cancel right there, but no conversion. I do like that Zach Box is trying to gel in with the OD fireball.
And I love that. Minus. We're minus. These are our frames.
Together.
Exactly. Togetherness, once again. Oh, no anti-air this time, but finds the tap parry there. Any fake string will be answered in blue.
Come back for the stand fierce flicker, trying to kill that drop gauge. Zach Box trying to be in the appropriate range to not get chipped out as much as possible. Cobra Fang. No button choice right after. I get it. You don't have the drive gauge, so you have to go for like a counter combo that ends with like spinning bird kick. But in that scenario, it's definitely difficult to kind of drill that in your brain. Oh.
Yeah, and you can see the hesitancy that was earned from Charlie off of that forward heavy punch, right? Because now, even though he's -3, he's already gotten ripped by one uppercut, right? So that's why Zach Boss kind of hesitated for a second, didn't want to press this time. Now in the corner, drive gauge is going to be a huge factor here. Charlie can afford to take like one more of these throws, not anymore.
Jody fireball. And the jab, getting the punish counter, or excuse me, counter hit combo right after. Not going to go for the DP, not at that angle. We'll definitely whiff. Zach Box just like Jalen. Oh, nice, cutting through, armoring through. I like that for Charlie. Getting revenge for all these DIs. Going to put Zach Box in burnout.
Yep, and get even closer to being able to burn out themselves. And I mean, once Ed has you in burnout, if he can start the pressure sequence, it becomes damn near impossible to escape. Now with a full drive gauge of their own, the low connects and none of the extra green bars are needed. Just 3 for me. A quick 2-0 lead for Charlie, and this is a matchup that Zach Boss has a ton of experience with, playing against Chris CCH a hell of a whole lot. So Charlie being able to come out on top of this is pretty impressive here. A couple of shenanigans here or there. It doesn't matter how many DIs have connected. he's been able to stay resilient through it all.
I think one of the things is like Zach Boz,
5 for 6, baby.
Brother, we need a counter. This is incredible. All these DIs and Charlie still getting games is crazy work. But honestly, Zach Boz, he's spending a lot of drive gauge to get in, or maybe OD fireball, lacking the damage aspect. She's a thirsty girl. She needs some drive gauge to get going and flowing. She needs that for the damage potential. But right now, it's all just checking and challenging. Zach Boz staving off that save point, that set point, excuse me.
Yeah. And now you can see Zach Boss has kind of deterred Charlie's approach here a little bit after getting that last round. Is now acting as a wall, right? Instead of trying to go for like a continually offensive approach, and it's making it harder for Charlie to gain this edge. But now that you're in, Ed gets to run rampant. The flickers are running in the shimmy to check the chin, the drop. Oh my goodness!
Cross kick here. Did he get some distance? He tried to go for the overhead again. Bro, this man is an overhead orator. Going for it twice. Sit him down with that Soten. Should be the end here in a game finally for Zach Boz. After how many times this man been hit the DI, he deserves at least a game on the board. Come on now.
That double overhead is that's a trademarked TM Zach Boz special.
Damn, son, where'd you get this one?
Damn, son, where'd you find that? Again, the checks on the drive rushes have been so consistent. Now you're seeing Charlie. The wheels are turning, right, on offense. Yeah. Just regular? Excuse me?
Hello? You good? He's like, I almost went so I believe. Flip out. Should we get a punish? Let's get the sweep knockdown. The hard knockdown. Stand fierce. Gonna get the cycle blitz right after it. Pull him close. For that real strike throw. If you're not holding parry, you're in strike throw. Oh, caught him. It's connected. The forward heavy kick. Open up.
Nobody home. Why you reaching? Why you reaching? The pantry is empty. You have not restocked.
No restock? Not in this economy.
No
Not with
restock.
tariffs.
The sale is over.
Had a combo. Forward to the side switch right there. One or more of the plus frames where he
okay.
Man. Yeah. Okay,
5 for 7. 5 for 7.
5 for 7. Is it 5 for 7? It's 5 for 7. You're right.
Ooh, the dream? You're mine? Again, trying to get the check on the drive rush. That's why you see the counter hit come through. Not going to have enough to kill here with the level 1 extension. So you see, just going to be a safe jump. Even more pressure. Unrelenting, but the drive reversal gets us out.
I had to counter it. Try to follow up right after it. Drive it back. Zach Boz, no. Too comfortable in the eyes. Set point here for Charlie. One of the things I do like from Charlie is like he's drive rushing with like jab, not going for like the elongated buttons, not going for mid screen. He's like getting closer for drive rush jab to be a little bit more effective against the reversal jab here from Zach Boz.
Taking a page out of Angry Bird's book. Been doing it from season 1. The drive rush jab is just that much, more impactful, especially if you can keep yourself safe. Trying to get a frame trap there, a spacing trap, if you will. And now, just going to try to keep the pressure unrelenting because you don't want to give Kimchi Slapper, Charlie, any space here.
Charge up, save fierce! Oh, wasn't able to catch on the recovery. David sick, we did. Zach Boss almost back with the green. Too far for the button to connect.
If you see a flick, you can see the buffer here from Zach Boss as well. So if a flicker comes out, you're likely going to see a level 2 to try to punish it.
Oh, you're right. And even maybe a level 3 to kill.
Yeah.
Trade again. One more touch. Any of those, honestly, any of those supers. Any of those supers could be it.
Oh! Twice. 3 times. Did not connect this time with the low.
Nice 3. Expect that turn, but Charlie jumping back.
About to be in burnout. And the punish counter, it wasn't enough. Hoping that last punch of the blitz would have gotten burnout and left them a little less minus. But it doesn't work out. Charlie ends up selling that round just a little bit. And it was Zach Boss again playing that slow, patient style, just standing diligently in that corner space, like controlling the magic triangle of spacing to stop Charlie from really gaining any edge and establishing the corner themselves. And then once the drive gauge was back, it was just that battle of attrition that Charlie was already losing. So 2-2 on the board, game 5.
I love seeing players that can kind of corral and control other players using the bar at the bottom. Like, the intention of it is enough to be like halting their progress, holding their aggression. Woo! And golly, another DI. Doubles down with the kill. 3! The gauge all the way, trying to go for a splat again. This man is looking ashy. Give him some aloe vera right now. Them elbows are crusty. Help.
All natural, organic stuff. Counter hit on the throw here. Do you reversal?
Nah, goes for the low this time. No counter hit conversion. Another drive reversal. They're clinical at this point. They have been prescribed. The corner is your only result. Oh my God!
Another one,
bruh. I hate him.
Another one.
He's doing it on purpose now. He's doing it's performative.
Yes. He's not true to this. But I'll tell you that. He knows how to DI.
This is like a Street Fighter 6 Banksy right now. He's like, I'll do it again. I'll rip the Chun-Li matchup in half. I don't care.
This man is. You are devious for this, Zach. You people like you gotta be locked up, bro.
Sometimes you gotta show them how bad you are. You gotta let them know that you're that guy.
But you better win. Loser side, don't want to go home. You can't clip this and put it on Twitter if you lose.
I mean, you can. You just gotta edit it a little bit. Oh, nothing getting edited out of taking that throw. Sweet chin music, and now to the corner we go. No level 3 from Zach Boss just yet. Wants to save it to, be a little bit more lethal. And now Charlie dancing on that line of 3 drive gauges. 3 bricks.
Dash up DP. I'm surprised, but you know what? That's fine. Block it out. If you don't trust it, block it out. Drive rush out again, as we talked about. Mid to close range on strange to see that.
Ooh.
Empty low button to open them up. Level 3 gotta be incoming, right? Oh yeah, spin the bar.
It's gonna be close to kill. It was right underneath that threshold. It's not CA, so it's 1 touch or dead, and it is just a pixel. The drive reversal gets you out. Now, if you take any of this, any overhead, you're actually just cooked. Hazaku connects, counter it, confirm, and that is going to be Zach Boss from the throes of defeat, throwing Charlie straight into the home bracket. That is a 3-0 reversal, like it was nothing.
The DIs. This man was throwing them out like candy. Zach Boss, you need to get in this chat. We got to talk to you about that because what you did was disgusting, devious, devilish, but well deserved for you to get your win. You got to do what you got to do against that matchup. We called it. We talked about it. That's a very apt thing to do against Az, especially against the flicker pressure. Some of the normals too as well. If they're not canceling properly, not spacing things out properly, especially if they go for the kill rush back and things like that. It's a typical thing. But that many DIs. You're over it's a DI limit, not DUI limit, it's a DI limit. You've gone over it, but now you're going further in the bracket. Congratulations, brother. Good stuff, good stuff. Whoa.
We eating DIs like Jake Ryan is eating glizzies. I was gonna call Zach the Oprah of drive impacts today, but he was giving them out like they were going out of style, like he had to meet a quota. But I eat my glizzies diligently. Okay, I make sure that they are well appreciated, and I appreciated each and every one of those DIs that was on screen. So thank you for noticing. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I don't turn red when I eat my glizzies though. Like those drive impacts, you turn bright red. Like it's very very different.
Do you eat them from the
very
side
different
or from
reality.
The front? How do you eat those? From
It
the
really
side or from the
depends.
front?
The long way?
Yeah, the long way or the short way?
I mean, if there's like different condiments, of course I'm gonna eat it the long way. There's no wrong way to eat a glizzy. There's no wrong way to enjoy the FlyQuest Fight Series because you're in the right place right now. It's JB versus Liquid O. We're going to learn all about airspace, the Windy City, and if Dulcim is allowed in metropolitan areas. That's what we're going to find out here.
Liquid O. I played this cat a couple times on rank, and I hate every minute of it. Very active with the character. Loves to go for that dive kick. I mean, continuously. I mean, that's a big part of his game plan. But JB will space himself out.
Well, what MR are you running into this guy at? He's at 2K right now. You're trying to steal 28 of his beans?
Relax,
I'm gonna say, I'm like, damn. You're the guy he gets one from.
But you know what? Liquid will always rematch back though. I'll tell you that. That's our boy.
You get your grubby little ranked fingers on him. You're like, give me your MR.
Yeah,
I'm a goblin.
Sometimes he'd be like,
yeah, brother. Plus 24.
He gives to the poor. He gives to the poor. Right now, it's like a report for him. In burnout against the likes of Rashid, DI, of course, we do that. Walk up to get the bar as much as possible to charge up ODDP. The spinning mixer, make it bounce.
Bing, 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 bing. Yeah, this is massive damage, but the wake up jab is going to be huge. Level 2. Up pass him straight into the next life, and now you're in burnout territory. Maybe a slide full screen to connect. Nah, it's tornado time. Oh shoot! He knew. You're not allowed. I told you. That's exactly what I broke down as we were getting into this. I'm like, the teleport is there, but if the Rashid knows, it's literally the Riddler picture from the new Batman. Does he know?
Every time I see level 2, I'm like, nice effort that you put in this matchup. hold this level 2, a-hole. Like, that's how it happens. The ruling of the neutral with this character. Gonna get that -6 punish. Heavy mixer as the ender. Meaty crouching, meaty punch. Doesn't go for a confirm, but still has the advantage right now. Also still building up a lot of that bar just by holding parry. Tongue stake, force knockdown, charge up fireball. We're in there.
Yeah, not in burnout just yet, and getting that extra little gauge back on the Gale is massive here. Liquido has one hell of a hill to climb.
He's hunting for that heavy kick. Get that punish counter. Way more advantage, but falls to the fireball. We talked about it, man. Those fireballs, hard for, not only for him to float, but also to get around with the limbs and things like that. It's a good control tool for the character. Perfect parry, loop-de-loop throw, looking like Gumby.
It's just so damn hard. Oh, where's the horse? I don't remember his name, but
yeah, I don't either.
Dude, I need a Gumby skin for Dhalsim ASAP. Capcom, give me the skins.
Right there. Free money for
it's
like 5 boomers.
Free real estate. Exactly. That's a lot of dollary dues.
That is actually. Ooh.
We're dollary don't teching. We're not. And again, and yeah, you see Liquido getting a little bit more of a advantage here and slowing down the pace because he's been able to get into this float state and catch JB in this full screen neutral, right? Like the stops are now being presented, which allows you to enter that airspace.
I think he's not overextending either. Like not like dashing up, taking bad buttons. Here and there, he's kind of spotting his time, chunking away at the drive gauge. Stand fierce, playing this perfectly in a range where, again, as you mentioned, it's gonna be hard for him to jump in. The anti-airs probably won't come through, but he'll be able to maybe perfect parry or block it out. His choice.
Oh, it went through the upwards whirlwind shot. Yeah, thought he was safe, and JB got bit off more than he can chew, plus frames for days, though now Liquido is the one who's in a desperate position drive gauge-wise, about to build in this level 2, but not a full combo allows JB to get a full reversal, the throw beat again, and the perfect parry is going to give you that much more momentum. Level 2, not just yet, going to just take the meaty. How do you reverse? Do you go low? No, the overhead comes out! JB should have enough to kill here, just with the super Rashid kick!
JB, keep on the pressure, and on the other side of things, kind of playing how Lick was playing, biding his time, because if I get in, I'm going to stay in. Feed her up, no prenup, I'm here forever. Till death do us part. Nice jump in, take the knockdown off the Eagle Spike for the Oki, back in the same position. Now listen, Liquido does have bar at the bottom if he wants to bust out, but we'll see if he holds on to it for some offense right now. It's getting real offensive, and JB might hit that level 3 in the next sequence, depending on what he opens up with. Oh, my man Liquido just be waking up with everything. Yoga mummy, jab, but honestly, it's the right sort of way to play, I think, because JB has not been able to counter perfectly. Again, wake up jab into the gum no yoga.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be a certified presser if you're playing Dhalsim, because it allows you to show your other defensive options incredibly well. Now, getting a little bit of a life, that life deficit carved away. JB just needs one hit confirmed, though. That's what makes this so much more terrifying, and the ability to change his jump arc has been so good, but the anti-air connects. One more throw will do him in. Do you wake up reversal? Nah, we're waiting.
The fireball's back on the menu. Can't use the OD
he might slide.
Nah, the heavy kick. Perfectly done. Jailing him in. My favorite type.
I need you to hit that Gomu Gomu no yoga a little harder next time. I need you to feel like you're the Pirate King. And the level 2.
I'm gonna hit it like
it'll be a windy day, another day. Didn't really get that much off of it, but there's a whole lot of bar you could build in the rest of this round, and JB is kind of happy about that. He already established a life lead in that enhanced whirlwind. The enhanced jump allows him to win neutral once again.
You know what's one wild thing is we don't get to see much of level 2. We haven't really seen much of that bar build up, and Liquido has been disabling that from happening. Reversal jab again. This man is a master of the best sort. Well calculated, well timed, able to get outside just fine. Look at that. The teleport, the stand fierce. Ooh.
Oh my god, he's just getting battered. And now in Burnout, Liquido has a dominating position here. All you'll have is the Super Rashid kick to get you out of this position. Not taken just yet. I think he's getting counter hit on these throws. No buffer to be found. Level 2, show me the Twitter combo. And it's not even needed. The big ol' supernova. Puff puff pass JB straight into the next life.
The Sansar showing the way, lighting the way. Liquido in a matchup that is not fun for Rashid. Not fun for Sam, excuse me. is making it not look fun for Rashid. It's making me rethink how the matchup's going. And some of this is because LiquidO has been so adept at pressing when he needs to on Wake Up. Now, as I say that, the buffer up to Stand Fierce is there. JP has him up in the corner. Let's see what that reversal style is going to work out. How it's going to work out if he gets knocked down again. Flip out, we holding parry. Uh-oh. Not the right choice.
Yep. Drive reversal has been earned here too because we've seen so many wake up jabs, right, from the likes of LiquidO. That's why JP is getting a little bit more creative on wake up, but the jab, big counter hit. JB not afraid to continue pressing.
Oh, going back in the whip punish. Bro, he's like, wait, this button might work out real well now. Yeah, the wind condition.
Tornado time. Uh-oh. The wind condition? They are fatal here for Dawson.
Oh, yeah. It's looking bad. Blowing the man down.
That caught jump back right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to kill here, but now you're one throw away from death. Do we get a drive reversal? Negativo. And that takes us to a 2-1 lead for JB over LiquidO. Very close to closing it out here. JB is so damn good on Rashid, man.
He's just like the full package. I remember when Rashid dropped, him and Oil King were just going through the character for a whole ass week, just finding tech and all these things like that, just deep diving. So what happens when you main this character, you get a lot of reward. The DI to get the corner push. Anti-air is there with the Yoga Mountain.
Gets the enhanced whirlwind to just get right on out of the corner. That's a pretty good option. I wish I had that.
Listen, you got a lot of options, brother. You play Ken. Let's be so real.
I don't have a double jump, brother. All right, come on. Okay, I will not let the ministry tell me false truths.
Yeah,
and there's
y'all gotta get on it soon because they might be nerfing your character. We'll see what happens in 2/5, but right now, oh, the slide applied. Did not get the sweep too far out. Gotta get a little bit closer of a distance. Unfortunate.
Uh-oh, air-to-air is massive. Gets the Eagle Spike knockdown for another enhanced leap. And he's out of burnout. The DI was a little ambitious. But you're not Zach Boss. I don't think they can connect like that.
My man is molding the DIs. Perfect parry, punishing coming for the medium mixer. Like that meaty fireball. I built up the level 2. That's the intention here. And now, hard for you to even float. Is what I would say. He's able to get out, but kick it at him. Kick, push, ghost. We're out of there. Still, good avoidance here from LiquidO. Constant movement with this character.
And that's how you need to navigate here. LiquidO utilizing that unique movement option incredibly well. And JB just not able to catch him in time during the, the teleport. So into the corner we go. LiquidO close to burnout here, though, which makes it that much more difficult. Continuing to find the anti-air and just chipping away at JB. Every single trade makes it worse and worse and worse for Rashid here.
Whoa. Beauty fireball from the back door. It's not dominoes. Don't open up, brother. And JB taking some of these hits. I feel he had to take some previously because man was close to burnout. He's back with a green gauge. Can he get like a goblin? Up in the corner. Tick, throw off the driver's crouching light kick. Grips up the DI.
On wake
really?
up again. Just trying to catch him for good habits because, good players are going to react with DI of their own. The tornado is coming. Air-to-air does connect. It's not enough to kill yet. Going to get a lot of drive gauge back here. Drive reversal finds its mark, and now JB is in such a troublesome position, and the instant air overhead. That was sick. 2-2 on the board. That is some Street Fighter 4 shit, man. When you see somebody go for like the Giga Yomi Omega instant overhead read, you feel real good about yourself. You're like, damn, I'm nice. That was the only way I win there.
The first time I ever saw that happen is when he hit me with that in Reg months ago, and I was like, I didn't know Sam could do that. I didn't know Sam could instant, like your jump.
I love the asterisk you put on months ago. I'm just dying.
Hey, I've ran to him again because CFN's like, you know what? Time to get your ass beat. Time to fight a Sim. You've been having a good week this week. You've been getting some points. Time to get your ass beat. But again, LiquidO, he run it back though. Even though he's
I'll
like,
check the CFN bot. I'll be like, I'll check the report card. I'll be like, what's your biggest win? It's gonna say LiquidO. It'll tell me how many points you took from him. It'll be like, St. Cola took 1,300 points from LiquidO. Bankrupt his ass.
But he ran back though. I give him that though. LiquidO, he's on the back foot. But let's see what happens here. I mean, he's had some really good moments on Wake Up. I think that JB is kind of putting him in positions where those Wake Up moments are less and less effective, whether it be by calling out certain buttons, whether it be by JB getting a bigger start and it doesn't really mattering, or to give him that safe jump set that we see off the Arabian Cyclone. See how this continues.
Yeah. And Liquido has been such a good job at, controlling the drive gauge, controlling space here. And we'll get the score updated here in just a second because this is game 5 between these two. Oh, and it is set point here for Liquido.
Oh, Liquido.
Nice.
As soon as we start talking him up, whip punish round start again. JB been walking back to whip punish whatever limb he'd be seeing, stand fierce or different button, or even a perfect curve. We saw that previously. Just trying to go for a tick, jab, drive, rush, overhead, will land, gets a punish counter, pick up incoming for medium punch. Makes an opportunity, stand fierce, he's trying to harass the drive gauge, using the yoga mummy to get out. Really? Take that fortuitousness.
The sarcophagus cannot contain this fella. But he's burnt out now. Only gonna have the level 2 to really defend here. Getting a lot of drive gauge off the top from JB, but now you're under duress, you're under pressure. And David Bowie isn't here to help you with the backup vocals. You're cooked, buddy.
Yeah, JB just pushing down on him. A set point scenario for both players. Final game fun around. And JB with a full stick of butter to utilize. At level 3, might be coming through, depending on what happens here.
Ooh, the last second.
You kidding?
Side switch.
The timing on these side switches have been absolutely immaculate.
Oh,
for the medium mix
so
on the anti-rail. Hit the level 3. And it's for you, Jake. Gabu, no, you got.
Oh, that was even worse.
Shut up.
He messed it up. He said it with his whole chest. Incorrect. Yeah, it was fire on the screen. Burnt out, though. And under fire, under duress, JB. All he has is his tornado. That's his Nakama.
This is Admiral. This is Admiral Liquid. Oh, hold on, all the low.
Admiral Liquid.
Oh, you better hit that gear 5, JB. Hit that gear 5, my boy. Back with bar because he got aggressive. That built the drive gauge up even faster. Drive rush overhead. Oh, no shot. OD heavy mixer in there. You gotta hit this man with the DI before he gets the bar back. Yes, sir.
It didn't stun. Level 1, he can't actually lead to the Super Rashid kick. The jab. The drive reversal, but he whiffs. He's not close enough. We're both waiting.
Level 2
and another tornado. Two nados.
Two nados. I was like, a shimmy, and that's it, JB. Oh my God, my man really had the time to jump back, assess, and realign himself to put down the level 2. I'm impressed, JB. Moving on the bracket. Woo.
Rashid of the Turbulent wins. He made it happen. He made it happen. He got 2 tornadoes right when it mattered most, and that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. It was an incredible fight from Liquido, but he just did not have the same kind of oomph in that level 2. The fact that this scramble happened here, the stun didn't happen, and we had this nail biter of a situation, the most Street Fighter double whiff throw if I've seen in quite a moment. Like the stare down there after the whiff drive reversal is beautiful. It's beautiful. He's like, I'm alive? Shit. Oh, and then the whip throw at the end ends it all. Man, it's how it be sometimes. It's how it be.
It'd be like that. But you know what? It only was like that because JB was able to build up that bar with the drive gauge by getting active. Had he not been active, he wouldn't have got that drive gauge up as fast. Maybe Liquid would have pressed, defensively. We've seen him do that in between some of these sequences, or when he feels like there's coming a lull in the action. So it was well played for Liquid, but for that scramble situation, I feel like JB has been in those consistently. I think if you're a Rashid player, that's your whole life, is being in scramble situations at some eventual point. So he was able to jump back, block it out, and move on through the winner side. We'll see Liquid in the loser side, and I kind of want to see a run back. I can't deny that, but we'll see if it happens. We have so much more to go, bro.
And this one is going to be another incredible match. This is going to be Enzo the Hokage versus Chris CCH. 2 of the select few legend players currently on the NA ladder. It's not a lot of slots. Japan's kind of cooking, I'm not going to lie. And Enzo has continually been cooking with the Ken. If you're looking for inspiration as a North American Ken player, I'd say Chris T and Enzo are the places you want to look. Mike X as well. And Chris CCH is, the tried and true Ed player, doing incredible work at, Capcom Cup, Street Fighter League, you name it. This guy is a world warrior.
Qualifying, this guy is just consistent. And now go back to the Ed, which is great to see. You know, we've seen as Terry, and I think Ed's still good in this matchup, able to find the low right here. Obviously a bit less so because some of the buttons are more punishable. ODDP on the wake up. Enzo accessing the young man energy. Because he usually plays like an old man, but there's every so often there's a moment of a bust out, and you don't expect it.
Sometimes you gotta play like you don't pay taxes, and Enzo does it.
Yeah, must be nice. I'm broke.
Feel that. Oh, you a broke boy? Oh, we're not broke here. We are spending these 2 meters to have a dream. What would Ed's speech be here as he's going corner to corner? What would he say?
Probably some crazy stuff like, man, I listen to rap too, bro.
There's nice people on both sides.
I'm from the hood too, bro. I'm from the hood too, bro. Run cancel. He's all the way in there. The stand fierce. Fist to face up in the corner space. Level 3 incoming. Or unless he wants to spin a level 2.
Not even needed. Nah, he's just gonna need the level none with the optimization crouch only combo from Enzo. This kid's done his studying. The book report has been submitted.
Very optimal.
Oh no!
That sucks.
Yeah. Backdash on the throw, but recovers in time. Good stuff from Chris. I like the idea from Enzo, though. He's really willing to go for those options. I mean, willingness is one thing, but he might be falling apart here. How do you end this round, Chris? Is it one more whip punish? Is it just the unrelenting pressure? He tried to catch him, but it's an empty drive rush, but he burned himself out. That's the troublesome part. And another drop, very uncharacteristic from Enzo.
Very much
Chris,
so.
I mean, Ed said it best, not your day.
Not your day, bro. See you later. See you on Wednesday, bro. That's what I feel like he'd say. He'd probably be saying some stuff like,
see you next week, GG's. It was close, though.
Look what the cat dragged in. That's what he'd be saying, bro.
That is the most melanin-less comeback I've ever heard.
Hey, you know what? You and the Army is a bar. I will say that. You and the Army, they was definitely spitting with that one. Oh, give me that drive gauge. The kidney killer is in full effect. You're peeing blood, friend. UD Fireball after this, I would assume, or OD Fireball. Oh, he became the Fireball with the drive rush flicker. I do like that. Enforcing the burnout. Either way.
Oh man, and now I mean you're so close to getting chipped out here. If you get caught by any, yeah, you're done. You're cooked. GG's. Go next. OD reverse. Nah, he just waited. Enzo was swinging for the fences, but Angels were not in the outfield. He probably didn't even see that movie. It's not on his shelf. That's a parent's classic.
Only thing on this man's shelf, Enzo's shelf, is Coco Melon, bro. All right, that's it.
No, not the Coco Melon. That's messed up. He's got Daigo VODs on the shelf.
Throw Luffy.
He's like, I love that Japanese man. Ooh, and I love me a whip punish.
Ready. Corner pressure, we're talking about Ed, we're talking about Ken.
Perfect.
The perfect distance, too, as well. Outside that crouching medium kick range, that's strange to see him connect the button. I'm surprised Chris wasn't able to catch that. Sweep off the feet. That's what we're talking about. This matchup got a lot better for Ken players being able to interact with the buttons at Ed. Like, Season 1, you were not doing. You just were not able to do so, but now you have a real game plan against the character, it feels.
Ooh. Going for the little reset, trying to get a little extra damage off the top. Keep Chris guessing on the Jinrai game. Give me the speech. You in what army?
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
There's great people in both sides of the corner, left or right.
Hit him with a listen here, pal.
Listen here, buddy. I'm about to hit you with the 1-2.
Oh,
this is messed up. Why are we making him we're making him extra white?
I mean, Chris is. Anyway.
Like, what's his name? Did he go to prep? Did he go to prep school? His name Clarence?
Clarence, Tom. Oh, Enzo. Let's see what he does here. Stand fierce and a Genrai. He's got the bar at the bottom. What's the access point here? Do we run DP level 3? It's going to be harder because the flicker makes it difficult. And the spark too as well to call that out. The time got to be picture perfect.
Step kick at the right range can also help enable that. Level 2 is going to get smoked here. And now, about to be in burnout, the trade works out. Enzo stealing the third game away there with the crouch medium kick. I like the idea from Chris, but he was just too slow on the trigger.
Oh, walk down, very confident with it. The target combo nice and close, but Enzo takes the throw right after, though. I like these close range fireballs, these pokes eliminating like the flicker game, so there's going to have to be more buttons, and that's when we'll see like the whip punishes, or the jump ins on the recovery.
Yeah, wrong anti-air right there from Chris. Just not able to get it in time, and the DP wasn't there either. A little bit slower, so harder to find that anti-air, especially at that long-range angle of the jump heavy kick.
Yeah.
That's some Ken privilege. I'm not gonna lie. I will tell you what is strong with this guy.
It's already hard for the character to anti-air, like you mentioned, just slower anti-airs in general, so you're either going for perfect parry, you wait for them to land, and block it out, and hope and pray they don't throw you right after. We'll get hit with the low, into the corner, and hits Tatsu. There we go.
Oh, and great spacing right there to bait out the throw. There is a gap in between those lights, which allows Chris to get a little bit of breathing room. And then you see Enzo trying to play back at this space of like full range step kick, and then goading himself and like slowly approaching that crouch medium punch range. And you're not allowed to Jinrai, not against Chris. But now you're burnt out. All you have is a level 1 to defend. Fireball can continue to smoke you here. He's got great anti-fireball tools though. And now you gotta be buffering, and there it is. Yeah, he just, even though it's great to nullify regular fireballs, as soon as he figured out Chris's rhythm, he was kind of cooked. Set point here for Enzo.
That's the problem. Like, you want to go and have a punish against Jinrai, but that puts you in burnout, or you waste the bar. That's what the Ken player wants. He's like, cool, spend that, get OD cash. Side switch, have the knockdown, safe jump setup, delays the jab.
I love that. He delayed the jab right there. I love it when you see the things that I do, Cola. See, I do think we can get along. You and what army? Oh, look at that, the triple shimmy. Enzo didn't give a shit.
So I'm gonna let it rip, bro. I got this.
Shimmy these.
Oh, the burnout. Yeah, this is real good. Man's got bar at the bottom, excuse me. One more low.
Bar at the bar? Oh, hell yeah. Yep, level 3 comes right out. No meter for nobody. No more.
That's a lot of bar to spin, though. Just so staying.
Hey, it's 0 on 0. Mano a mano, right? Like, it's even Stevens here.
That's true.
He probably haven't seen that show either. Damn it, all my references don't make sense to Enzo. He's gonna watch that and be like, I don't even know who Shia LaBeouf is. Holes? Why would he want to be in Holes?
He doesn't know who Megan Fox
That don't make no
He's never
sense.
seen Transformers. Brother.
Aw, dude.
Come on. Sad. At DP again.
CCH has left the room. That's a big enough indicator that we needed. Damn it. I'm glad. I'm like a big enough indicator that we needed. Damn it. I'm glad. I'm like, I played so much Ken versus Ed. I was like, okay, what moves going on? I could do this. I could do Ed. I was like, okay, what moves going on? I could do this. I could do radio commentary here.
You've been there.
Radio commentary here.
You've been there.
I can figure this. I can figure this ish out.
What you've been there.
I can figure this. I can figure this ish out.
With those bust outs every so often, kind of put a little bit of pause to Chris CCH. We'll see if we get back on track here. Oh, we're back. I think we might be back. People, if we're back, let us know. If we're not, we'll figure it out as we go along these matches. I
think the biggest thing about the matchup that changed. I think the biggest thing about the matchup that changed too is being able to space your the run step kick. You can also just do run stop the run step kick. You can also just do run stop, like keep yourself safe. You do run overhead. There's a lot, like keep yourself safe. You do run overhead. There's a lot to look for. And if you go for the fireball game, Enzo, being the young gun, he can react with like run. Being the young gun, he can react with like run DP. So it's a similar game that you would play against Aki DP. So it's a similar game that you would play against Aki. The airs aren't as consistent. He's burnt out. You get to run rampant. You're in the corner against Ken, and you just feel real bad.
People, I think we might be taking a break.
I don't think I can hear you.
If I'm not mistaken. Well, you can't.
Look what the cat
say to me. I'll say this one. You can't say this one. Well, you can't.
Look what the cat
say to me. I'll say this one. You can't say this one. There goes the neighborhood. That was a crazy one right there. You can't say that one to me. That's a.